throughout our lives, God will reveal hundreds, if not thousands, of scriptures that we've found and we love, and God's like, there's this other thing. It's tricky because when we're reading scripture, if we're not humbly reading it, lifting it up to Him, allowing Him to interpret, not just the lexicon and the all the things that we have in the Greek and the Hebrew, and all that's good. I'm never going to say don't do that. But what I'm saying is when you create this sort of dangerous doctrine, because you don't have an open mind anymore, you're like, no, I got the perfect understanding. This is how to interpret it. This is what it means. This is how it affects me. And you should have some of that because you move in faith. You have to do a little bit of that. But if you're not, this is how I feel. But if you want to change at any point, God, here we go. This is what I understand, and I'm going to move in faith. But this is how it is. You have to always read Scripture with open hand. Yep. Because God never contradicts Himself. He never does. But if we're not careful, we create a doctrine and theology that are one-sided. The same way we talked about if Lawrence went to the doctor, and the doctor told him, hey, stay off your foot for 3 months, but then say Ken goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, hey, I want you to run every day for 3 months. The doctor's not wrong, but if you're taking the wrong prescription, you'd be wrong. And a lot of times we have to admit ourselves that sometimes it's in context, and there's specifics, and if we just, no, God said to run every day, and then actually you were meant to not, you're going to mess yourself up. So in the same way that example is one of my favorite examples is, we'll just use a couple. Galatians 6:2 says to carry each other's burdens, and then Galatians 6:5 says every man will bear his own burdens. Well, which one is it?
Right. Just really
this could be its own thing. Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine before men so they see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 6:1. Take heed not to do your own before men to be seen by them. Proverbs 24:17. Do not rejoice when your enemy stumbles. Psalms 58:1. The righteous rejoice when he sees the vengeance. John 16:33. In me you might find peace. Jesus speaking. Matthew 10:34. I have not come to send peace, but the sword. So those are just some examples of how if we want to grab one of these and run with it, we would be missing it. Do you understand? And it's not a judgment. We all do this. I'm sure throughout our lives, God will reveal hundreds, if not thousands, of scriptures that we've found and we love, and God's like, there's this other thing. There's this other time. And we only get that through relationship, understanding where we are. Because we must use the word. We must use the word. So I just want you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, we must use the word. So I don't want anyone coming to Pastor Jim and say, Pastor Jim, when you were gone, Josh said throw the Bible out the window. Okay? I'm not saying that. Saying read it with an open mind, open heart, humbly.